Hey, hey, hey. Hello, YouTube friends. 125 Rods here. And here's the day, finally. After having you guys wait for so long, this is the day that I show you my final here for the Burgers and Beers group build hosted by Tim at Rat Daddy Studios and Mike at The Intake. So let me put you in the holder here and tell you what I got going on here. Okay, so see what we got going here. Make sure I'm recording here. By golly. Okay, grab my coffee here. Okay, so what we have here is our 51 Chevy, and this was a fun build. This kit wasn't too bad. It had some fitment issues like I showed you guys with the rear part back there behind the rear seat. But other than that, not too bad, not too bad. So where do I start? Okay. I don't remember. I don't remember where I got the blue paint from. I think it was the last of my duplicolor. This blue was the color of my friend had a car like this, the 54, and he had it all painted that color blue, a beautiful looking car, and it was a four door, so he welded the rear doors shut. So when we went cruising with him, we had to kind of all somehow climb over the front seat to get into the back, right? But the top paint, let me see if I can get you guys in here a little bit better here. Okay, there we go. All right, now this paint for the top is a special mix that I did because it had to be I had a color in my mind, and it had to be the right exact color because I don't usually paint white on my cars. I don't. So this is a mixture of like a dull white with flat white kind of thing with a brown, light brown mixed in with just a skosh, just a tiny bit of mustard, right? So I mixed it all together, and I got that color and came up with, and I like the color. I think it turned out really, really well. Um, what else? The flames, of course, are I painted myself, right? Um, and that I just kind of what I do is I make my own. I want to say like a mask, but it's like a template out of actually file folders is what I use to make that. Believe it or not, right? And the rear window I tried to tint green, a light green. Um, and that was just a light mist of spray. The rear seat, I don't know if you can see it through the window, but see it's striped, just like this one is a rebuilder that I did, and see how it's got its rear seat striped. So I kind of thought I would kind of mimic that one when I did it there. I went with the chrome steering wheel. Actually, last year around these parts, I found what was it? 55 Chevy that had a solid chrome steering wheel that um, was like chain link, right? So, they do make them. It does come that way. So yeah, I made kind of like the drag version of this guy. Um, The wheels are from another 51 Chevy Bel Air kit, right? And then I opted for my Firestones on the back there, you know. So got that going on, and yeah, it's pretty good, pretty good. I got my decal coming off on the back here for a second, guys. There's the back license plate was coming off a little bit there. We fixed him. All right. And the interior, I don't know if you can see a whole lot in the interior. You know, I did that, tried that tuck and roll thing, right? You know, with the wire, trick with the wire there. And I got some good feedback from folks. A lot of people use, they said they use thread for that, for the bead. So that was cool. It was cool. What else we got here? Let's see. I'll show you under the hood there. I opted with the, like I said, I opted with the drag version. And this is what we went with. And as you can see, I did the spark plug wires there. Right, I kind of bored out the injectors there a little bit, right? You know, so yeah, that was pretty cool. A side note story. I never built. I guess this was originally a 262 or something. I'm not familiar with these engines whatsoever, right? So I've never built one. So I was getting really confused on the drag instructions on where to put the intake and everything, and the exhaust. You know, the intake and the exhaust originally on the original car are on the one side, right? And then, so it kind of threw me off a little bit. And then I said, well, you know, I think I'm going to try to just make it, I think I had to go online and look at a couple examples, but I said, I wanted to make the intake on one side, the exhaust on the other. So that's what I ended up doing. My exhaust is hanging down a little low. He's going to drag his exhaust, right? But that's all right. I went with the, as you can see, the red, white, and blue drive shaft, right? So that's underneath it there, you know. So, yeah, so it's all good. I opted not to, in hindsight, there's, yeah, I don't know. In hindsight, I could probably have raised the, I ended up putting another spacer on top of the engine, like, and then I could have raised the exhaust up a little higher and made my spark plugs maybe up a tad higher, but, you know, it's all right. It's just a car, right, guys? It's just a model. So that's what I went with. This guy, he was a rebuilder. I did fabricate his windshield and I believe the rear windshield window as well on this guy. And I painted his interior. His interior wasn't painted. So it's another one of my favorites. I can't, you know, you can't hardly find this guy anymore. And that's his engine, what it looks like, kind of. So yeah. So there you have it. A couple of cool rods. So I can zoom out a little bit here, so I can actually take it there. There. So yeah, a couple. Cool things. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Burgers and beer. I want to thank Tim and Mike for doing that. I thought it was a great idea. Lots of fun. And definitely a great group build there. So that's pretty much it for me for 125 rods today. And everybody model on and have fun with it. And I'm out.